Hi, everybody, and welcome now to Quebec. We're going to the Fairview Racecourse, and that we're on the poly track for an 8-race program, Tuesday racing. And I've got Nino Podesta on the line who's going to talk us through his favourite place, Fairview, where Richard Ferree, I see, is priced up to win on 8 favourites today. Every favourite on Monday morning, we're recording this Monday morning, by the way, from races 1 through to 8, Richard Ferree is favourite. Well, he starts in the first with his horse Blown Away, who's priced up at 4-10 to win the Open, Nino. Start to the bipods, and I guess hard to beat. He had a great day, Richard, on Friday, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I think he rode 4 winners and Zaki rode 3. So between the two of them, I think they rode 7 of the 9 winners. I think he'll start off with a winner. I'm not sure, or I don't think he'll win all 8. But he should win the first with Blown Away. She's run 4 races, and every time she was beaten by highly rated horses like Black Cheetah, Hot Sauce, and Winter Rain. Even that horse, absolutely yes. Very highly rated horses, and she should really shed a maiden year for Justin. Drawn 1, Richard up. Yeah, I think this is going to be very hard to beat.
Okay, thanks. You know, you've got a 36 Rand bipod worked out for everybody. There are a few bankers in that bipod. We're starting in the opener with a banker and hoping Richard Ferree will deliver the goods. Race number 2 on the card now. We're out at Fairview. If you've just joined us, it's place accumulator time. And Richard Ferree, well, he's got 8 favourites today. He had 8 of them anyway. And in the second, he's on a horse called Fantasy Girl for Alan Greef. They're 18-10. 2-1 about number 3, Nemarosa. 5, City of Dreams, 4-1. 5-1, Ruby Claire, number 2. And the 6, Opera Verse, is trading at 5-1. You can get 25-1 and better about the balance. Nino Podesta is on the line to talk to me about today's place accumulator. Nino, what's the plan?
In the PA, I'm only going 3 and 6. I like Nemarosa here. But I'm really hoping that Opera Verse can get it right here for our good friend Neil Pretorius, who does a terrific job presenting on course there. I see he owns this horse. So I'm really hoping that Opera Verse can win for him here. But I think she's got to beat Nemarosa. That's my clear first choice, and a strong one at that. She ran only 8 lengths behind Give Me Everything and Rabada, and the last run wasn't too bad behind Poetic Princess. I think she's going to love the step. If she takes to the poly, I think she's going to be a very hard horse to beat. Fantasy Girl has been very disappointing. I have put it in the bipod. And Ruby Claire is shorter in the betting, but ran behind Opera Verse last time, behind Tune Again. So I can't see why one is so far out in the betting to the other. 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the bipod, but only 3 and 6 in the PA.
Okay, so we've got enough in the PA. There's a look at the place accumulator at the moment on screen. And as Nino's worked it out for you, that's 180 Rand per. So that's the place accumulator. We'll leave it up for you. Get it down and get the PA on. Welcome to the Pick 6, everybody. Time now to see what we can do here, where we have a 19-10 favourite. That's Richard Ferree in the saddle on a horse called Winter Emeralds for Alan Greef. 19-10. 22-10 about the 2, Brooksider. And 5-2 about number 1, Grand Allegro. If you're looking for the 3, American Pitbull, that's trading at 7-1, and you can get something like 20-1 and better about the balance. All right, Nina, I know you worked out the pick 6 for us. Let's have a look. Take us through it.
Yeah, well, I've added a few in the pick 6. It's an open maiden, and Winter Emerald brings some fair form to the Eastern Cape from the Western Cape. She ran 5 lengths behind Secret Passage. It runs today at Kenilworth. 6 lengths behind Scottish Links. Quite strong form, but I quite like the look of number 1 here, Grand Allegro, with Calvin Habib up. So that would be my first choice. I do make number 2, Brookside a danger. And I've put the Winter Emeralds in the bipod. I've added that in 1, 2, and 4. But in the pick 6, I've also added number 8, Smart View. And maybe this horse right at the bottom that brought some Joburg form. You can forget the last run. Very well bred, carrying 49.5 kilos. That could cause the upset. Number 11, Stand Up. So 1, 2, 4, 8, and 11 for the pick 6.
Okay, thanks for that. We got that in, so we're putting those in, and we've got 2 bankers, recommended bankers anyway, in this Fairview pick 6. Jackpot time now, guys. Race number 4 on the card. Open race, although Richard Ferry, once again, Monday morning, was top of the boards on the source Arta Kuno with Alan Greef at 33-10. 7-2, the 7 Munchkin. 8, See You in a Bit, 5-1. 7-1 about the 4 on the card, Adea. And number 5, Project Runway, traded around 8-1. You can get, I think, 10-1 and better about the balance. But quite a tricky race, this, Nino. Not easy. I think you're going to have to dig quite deep here. What's the plan?
I think 3 runners here. Look, Otukuno, I think he's going to appreciate dropping back down from the 12 to the 1,000. And if you have a look 4 runs back over course and distance, he did beat quite a good horse in Bethel, who's a 1,000-meter specialist. Then he ran against much stronger in the form of Montelina and Sweetie Darling. And from a 3 draw with Richard Fourie, definitely the horse to beat. He's the class horse in the race. But I do respect Project Runaway, another poly specialist over the 1,000, and See You in the Bit, who's a couple of kilos better with Project Runway. He should get much closer to that one. So 3, 5, and 8, I'm quite confident we'll get through. I thought.
Okay, that's good. And we've got the jackpot that's been worked out for you. Not an expensive one, which is good because we're hoping on 2 bankers in this pot today, which we would love for us to arrive. It's a 36 Rand jackpot, so quite affordable. Hopefully you guys are on. On to race number 5. Time now to have a look at what the plan is in this particular event. And is Sharapova going to be in a winning mood? Priced up at 17-10. I know Nino's got that as our banker of the day. 10 Stripsut is the second choice at 9-2. 1 Strange Magic is 7-1. And it's 8-1 about number 4 Treasure Hunt. You can get 12s and better about the balance. So Sharapova, is it, Nina, you've been following her quite closely. You've banked it, so I take it you've got a bit of confidence about her.
And now you've done a couple of weighted to win shows with me with Sharapova, and we always said we're waiting for her to go a distance. If you remember correctly, they've been running her over 1,012, and we always thought that it was short. She gets a 1,400 last time with a 4 draw with Richard up. I think this is going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. I think she deserves to be favourite, and I believe she'll follow up on the last win, gain the extra 100 metres. I don't know the dangers. I'm very strong with Sharapova, and I'm banking her in my bets.
Okay, good enough for us. There we go. Sharapova's our banker. We've got another jackpot worked out for you. Jackpot 2. This one's a 36 Rand jackpot as well. 2 bankers with a few horses in the next few legs. Sharapova is who we're shouting home. On to the next race on the card. Let's take a look at what the plan is with regards to this particular event. And, well, we're going to talk about this horse, Green Light Legend, Nino, whom hasn't put a foot wrong since coming out of the Western Cape. So only had the 2 runs here in the Eastern Cape, winning debut well enough and following up very impressively. And it appears like this horse has got that, that improvement about it. Keeps on showing steady improvement and not anywhere in its place, not yet, certainly when it comes to Fairview racing, and looks to win.
Yes, 100%, Clyde. Very impressive winner last time. Obviously, there's always a little bit of concern that she's running on the poly for the first time. But if she takes to the poly, I think she's going to be very hard to beat. I think this is the the Richard Fourie double, Sharapova and Green Light Legend. I know you look at the form, you might say she only beat Gentile by half a length, but she was easing up at the line. She beat Sky Velocity, that's not going to Hollywood in PE, but she was given it 5.5 kilos. She carried 61. She drops to 57. Look, Clyde, if this horse takes to the poly, I think she'll win, and I'm expecting her to win and to win very easily.
Well, the market's got her to win too. They're priced up even money, 5-1, bar one. Green Light Legend. Hopefully, there won't be any issues on the poly and should win. Welcome back, everybody. We're on to race number 7 now as we get closer to the end of the day. And Jack in the Green is favourite to win this particular event over the 1900 metres. Alan Greef and Richard Fourie are pairing up. If you don't have a book in front of you, it's number 7. Jack in the Green is 3-1. The 9, Common Eye, is priced up at 5-1 as the second favourite for the Kelly Mitchell stable. Then you've got the 10, Red William, for Sharon Kotzen at 5-1. And Sharon's also got that awesome Play Night, who's currently trading at 11-2, and at 6-1 about the 6, Catch the Tune. You can get 10-1 and better the balance. All right, Nina, I'll hand it over to you. I know we only got a couple more races to go. How can we get some of the money here?
This is a very trappy race because the horses I like, or the poly specialist here, is down in 7, and I think that's any price. And the horse I like, Pay Night, who's also a 1900 specialist on the poly, is drawn 11. Down in 7, the last 2 runs on the turf were over 2-4 and 2-7. So you can put a line right through there. He loves the 1900, and he could cause an upset. Pay Night is my first choice. Catch the Tune, Jack in the Green, Kai Mai, Red William. They can all win. I'm loading up in the pick 6, and in the jackpot I've got the field, and I hope to get a big result here.
Okay, yeah, it is that open race. You can see Nino has worked out a trifecta for you that's on the screen. And after this, we've got one more race to go. 8th and final race now. Let's take a look at what the market predicts this on Monday morning, by the way. And we had the source haphazard favourite, number 4 on the card, priced up 12-10, 9-2 about number 6 a month of Sundays. Number 10, Take Your Time, 6-1. And on Monday morning, the 12, Mothership, was trading at 8-1, 10-1, and better about the balance. Can we get away with haphazard here, Nino?
No, I don't think so, because what price is number 11, Millennium Dancer?
Millennium Dancer on Monday morning was trading at 20-1, Nino.
Oh, that's my value bet in the race, Clyde. I really like the look of this horse with Tucker aboard, carrying 53. If you go a couple of runs back, she ran the short head to First Wish. That's gone on to win many more. She ran 3rd to Hot Stealer, which is highly rated. So I think 20-1 is value. I obviously respect number 4, Haphazard, and I also like number 12, Mothership, who brings some good Western Cape form to PE and ran behind a very good horse last time in the form of Lotus Island that's gone on to win 4 in a row. I only like those 3. I think we'll get away with it in the PA with 4, 11 and 12.
Okay, we got them in 4, 11 and 12. One of them being Millennium Dancer, as you heard from Nino, 20-1 shot. Make sure it goes into your play. Let's hope it arrives for us. Thank you, everybody, for watching Betway's Waiter to Win.